I've been ballin', yeah. Just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a smoke, make it rain.
Like the way it sounds, Frody? Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage. Two. It's like I'm at the studio with Michael. You can hear me dancing on the beat. Bam, bam, about to put a mansion on the beach. 100 Latins in your lobby. That's what happens when you're around with body. And I put that in my mommy. I will never give my heart to a I can just make a dance that goes with this song. Then I'ma be on. Basic, gon' dance to it. Basic, everywhere, gon' dance to it. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, all in it. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that, shake that. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that. Shake. I got 2 shows, I'm about to pitch another. Throwing alley-oops to my brothers. We all shine, nobody victims. I'm on these sweatsuits, black Pippins. I swag different. That's why the money in the bag different. Come up short, you'll have your urban myth. Every day get ride around Queens on a jet ski. It's me. Every day get to the day I die. Every day get man, I that and I that bouncing up and down. Nearly broke. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it.
Honorable C notes.
Yeah, little fish. I say, Lord, be my savior when it comes to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save her. Say amen. Amen. Yeah. That boys and they can't win. Jet. Blowing up. We in it, we gonna. Blowing up. Did it like my persona. Blowing up. Living up was honest. We used to drive them Hondas. Now we pull up in the Fondas. Glow up. Walking. Show up.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is bouncing for today's game, and we've got 2 quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Broncos going up against the Chargers.
Larry, thank you very much. The last time the LA Chargers played a home game was December 18th, 1960. But they've got one here as we welcome you to the StubHub Center in Carson. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Play action. They'll throw. Now he's forced out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. There he goes left side. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Nassib. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fleming. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken. Down at the 46-yard line.
That's not
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Let's go! Green 39!
Nassib. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And some room to roam now. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So out come the Chargers. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So they're operating in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. A tackle for loss there, 2 last week. He's tucked it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. A big play there for L.A. 66 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Second and goal from the 1. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And coming out now, the Broncos. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 24. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Detroit! Set! Green, 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Back 99 Philly, here with Leopard. That's
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now he'll escape to his right. Got a man. That's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Leopard.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Time to his left. And he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in...
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 64 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And all the way down to the 9. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Watch it now, Detroit! Detroit! Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Detroit! Back at it,
Third and goal now. Maybe the offensive coordinator thinking blitz here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 4th down, Vance Joseph going to send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Certainly their offense has sputtered here a little bit in the first half as they finally do get on the board, but they only have 3.
Well, at least it eases the frustration a bit, doesn't it? Be able to get some points on the board